Okay. Cool, cool. All right. I had my my mic okay. So, I think I'm just going to start making just unscripted devlogs. Just do this cuz I'd like to log my progress. That's about it. I've been doing this. I've been working on this game kind of in my own little vacuum for way too long. I should probably start sharing stuff. Um Okay. All right, and it defaults to the other monitor. Let's go. Right, so title screen. Does it do audio? Does audio work? Yeah, it seems to be working. Okay, okay. So, um, I wanted to go over why, because I had this working beta build. Not really beta. I had this working demo, and now I'm not sharing anything. So, all these objects, and this is a big list of objects. There's a lot of stuff in the game. You can even see there's little blank spots here. I've just been redoing all of them. Just for runtime's sake, for all that. Look at this. This is 169 objects, and let's go full screen here. Up top, 265. And that's a lot of objects. Or actually used to be way more. Some of this is just menu stuff as well. But in game, it goes from 169 to 152. And there's an extra object appearing here because of this. And you probably, you destroy these. You destroy these. And there you go. The object count goes down. And then you reset and it comes back. And, it's pretty good at it. In general, though, I've been replacing all these objects. Like this is completely different object now. A lot of these, like this object, it doesn't exist anymore, and it will just create this singularity every fucking time because of how I set things up. So now this object has everything nested in it, which saves a lot of stuff. I forget how many of these there are, but I think it's like this. And then maybe it's this. Not exactly sure. I don't remember how I set it up. Okay, so I don't remember. I don't remember how I set it up. But the point is, this saves a lot of space in the menus. It saves a whole lot of shit. Problem is, now I have to basically remake all the levels. There weren't that many to begin with. There's 3 here, and then there's 5 here, and then there's 4 here. And they're all kind of really buggy and janky. Because as you can see here in bottom right, version 20. That was the last build I've made. It's taken a very long time. I'm still reworking stuff. Like, I don't think you can play any of the levels. Like here's what happens if I try to boot up this level. You just die over and over again to the singularity. This level, I think this level works. Yeah, this level works. And it runs buttery smooth. Even though, look at that. 495 megabytes. I think that's because this game... I actually, click team, that's a click team issue. I can't do anything about it. Memory usage, because it just loads a whole fucking song into memory, no matter how big the file is and shit. I fucked with it. As far as I'm concerned, it maintains a stable 60, and this is a pretty big level, and this is like only 500 objects, which means we're good in terms of level design. Which is all I care about, is that it runs well enough. Like you can see here, I'm like doing this shit with Grandman. I can wall jump and stuff now, cancel into this, which is semi-useful. And you know, I need to redo that. The lightning, it's kind of, you know, it's a little bad on the eyes, but you can do all this stuff, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I just fucked that jump so hard. That wasn't even a jump. I just fucked it up because I'm trying to be cool. And you know, you can still like infinitely wall jump if you have enough speed. Not sure if I intend to fix that, because it does make levels like these pretty fun. Because you basically have infinite wall jumps. And it also makes it easier to just get back on the ground, because you get knocked around a bunch because of the wind. But yeah, I also wanted to redo that lightning effect. I need to change. Wanted to redo a lot of the animations. Like this is new. A little like this. He does a big jump. His arms don't move. I intend to make them move. That's just a problem because, you know, your aiming is nested with them. I should probably turn down the game because I'm talking. Yeah, and you know, excuse the stolen music. I will replace it with my own eventually. Here's another level. This is, you know, singularity will occur. Sometimes you can escape the singularity. And shit will just start happening. Let's see if I can get out. As you can see, it's really laggy. Really fucking laggy because of the singularity. And all these objects aren't updated. These ones stay in place, which is kind of neat. Yeah, but basically once it encounters an object, it can't load. Every object that's loaded after that gets sucked into that spot because of how I wrote the level loading. I could probably fix it so I wouldn't have to remove all the objects, but I don't know how. Oh. Okay. I should probably fix that. I'm gonna write that down right now. It's not like it matters because, you know, Like, I'm just fucked anyways. I have to go back to the singularity. I just got a checkpoint in here. And I got it again. Now we're on this side. I've also been fucking with collisions. Collisions were very, very rough before. Like, extremely rough. And now, nothing jitters when it's in the wall. That took a lot of time. These have to have their own special collision for this state, too. Excuse me. But yeah. I can go into my object list here and just share some of this because, you know, it's pretty expansive, the engine, at least. And I'm gonna slim this down. Like, there's this whole section with all the ground, and it's kind of annoying to navigate. In general, I want to group the different categories of objects together, so it's easier to mess with and easier to get what you want and fuck around, make levels. I still have keyboard shortcuts and stuff. See all those. I handle things a lot differently, though, from most games. Like, I have a separate select mode because of click team jank. Or rather, how I set up the thing. It's some of it's click team jank, some of it's just how I set it up. Like, something I was... Also, because none of these carry variables in them from the editor. They're all just loaded in, and then I have these loaded on top of them to set the variables that they use, which is probably a bad way to do it, but I don't really care. It's not worth my time to, you know, fix that sort of thing. And in this little test environment where I've got everything like fixed, the runtime's buttery smooth. And it was buttery smooth in that other level because it, you know, it was working. But the last level I just played, it's not working because it's broken as fuck. Yeah. And like these, they don't stutter in the bubbles anymore, and the bubbles change size. This is something I'm working on. For reference, this is what your grab hitbox looks like. It's very, very, very lenient. Why? Because it makes it so much easier to just do stuff and check for collisions if it's lenient. And so you can sometimes get, like, you grab the wrong thing. I might make it check what's closer to your mouse and have it bias towards grabbing the thing that's closer to your mouse. Because, you know, people get into it, but I don't know how I would do that with controller controls, and it's kind of a level design thing, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But anyways, these bubbles, which have historically been a very difficult object to make work. Yeah, and there's also this now where you can get a quick charge out of some stuff. These bubbles are now fully functional, and they do what you'd expect them to do. And this is what I was talking about. So you can jump off objects but it's kind of finicky whether you can grab them back. See, like there. I threw it and I couldn't grab it back. So, but if I throw it from up here, I can grab it back. No sweat. And that's not to prevent me from like taking an object out of somewhere. Although I might leave it in, but more so it's so you can do like you can jump up to a higher ledge and then ideally you'd be able to just because you can do that. So it's not like it matters anyways. You can just hold the grab out and you don't have to aim at it and you'll just automatically grab it back. That's what I want to do. In general, I'm gonna have tons of quality of life for how Grandman moves and stuff and what's loaded into the game and runtime and shit. Because it was way worse before. So much worse before. Like all this momentum shit too. It was there, but you couldn't really take advantage of it before, which is a big thing I would like to I wanted to change. So I can load a backup here, one of the older versions. Let's try this one. Okay, here's one of the older versions. Not sure how far along this one is. Okay, so this is from this date. And it's got a very incomplete little world and stuff. You can still move the world around in this one, but as you can see, it kind of pops into place. And I had to take that away, but I'm going to bring it back once I figure stuff out. Yep, and the editor's not very finalized here. But let's say if I load a old level. Actually, I'm not even sure if this is gonna work, to be honest. But load level 2 and just play it. It's probably gonna fuck up. High likelihood because it's an old level. Yeah, but look. Look at that. Ugh. It doesn't want me to gain any momentum. Even though you can still do that and jump over shit. Also, thudding on the ground in this one wasn't a thing, which kind of takes away a lot of the movement, a lot of the bite to it. Look at this background, it's so plain. It doesn't load anything. I'm not even sure if I have weather set up here. Yeah. Should probably be loading weather, but it's just not. Can't kill the enemies in this build. Can't throw them either. You know. Can't wall jump. Can't do much of anything. You can still crouch slide. And to pick stuff up, you have to press right mouse button, left mouse button together, which causes some problems. And it takes a little longer to load. I mean, not to throw stuff. This, though. Oh, shit. That's right. You also have to hold to flick. Glad I changed that, because it just didn't need to be a thing. Oh yeah, I think you... Wait, no. Yeah, you can't kill enemies in this version. Definitely not. And they have really janky collisions. Yeah, see? They just kind of like... hold. And you can't grab and charge. let me do the thing so you can skip that. Yeah. And it's a huge threat in this version because, well, you know, earlier version of the levels and such. Yeah, it's super basic. So, glad to have come further from where I was before. Stuff works a lot better now. And that was, what, a 6-month improvement period? For the last build. Actually, no. That was a different build. That was definitely a different build. I do have that build, though. Nope, I just have the levels. I do have this build, though, which should be mostly functional. As you can see, it's taking a bit to load, and really shouldn't. Some of the stuff is here, some of the stuff isn't, like... you know. But yeah, it's kind of there. Okay. This is actually pretty recent. I didn't realize. It doesn't have a lot of the visual flair, though. Actually, I just realized this is from fucking October. I'm a fucking idiot. Still, though. Yeah. So now I can compare and contrast to my current build, which is kind of largely unplayable right now. But once it's fixed up, it is going to be the best build. That's just the problem. I gotta fix it up and do all this stuff. And I will leave you with that. That's, I guess, devlog number 1, even though I've been working on this game for like 2 years. But, yeah.